Are you going to teach me in a school? Are you going to make me sit in a desk all day? Is this what you're going to use to teach me with? Is this what you're going to use to teach me with? Do you know how to use a computer? Do you know how to use a computer? Are you a teacher? Are you my teacher? Are you going to teach me using the internet? Are you going to teach me how to be safe on the internet? Do you know what goes on the internet? Are you sure you're my teacher? Are you sure you're my teacher? Are you going to learn how to use the technology? I'm a digital native. Do computers scare you? Are you afraid to use them? Have you been on Facebook? Have you been on Twitter? Have you been surfing? Do you even know what's on the internet? Are you going to be my teacher? Or just that test book? Because I want to know what the world has to offer. And if you're not on the internet and know nothing about computers, you can't be my teacher. I said you can't be my teacher. Make room for somebody who knows how to use the internet. Do you think I'm going to be ready? Do you think I'm going to be ready? Do you think you're preparing me for the world that I have to live in? Do you think I'm going to be ready? That's your job! That's your job!
Welcome to Tech Literacy ABCs. This video uses the alphabet to help teachers understand why and how to incorporate technology in their classroom curriculum. Let's start with the letter A. Alter your thinking.
I think that every teacher has to alter their thinking about how they deliver instruction. The lectures are out. As far as I'm concerned, what we've got to do is we've got to really figure out how to get people to use technologies to create products. We ought to have a product-based instructional system. So if I had to just sort of quickly summarize it, I'd say make it part of the world, make sure that you're writing with multimedia, and make sure that you are moving to a project-based educational system.
B is for blogging. There are many places that you can create your own blog. For instance, you can go to www.blogspot.com and create your own blog, free and easy. You can also check out other teachers' blogs, such as Cool Cat Teacher Blog, The Fishbowl, Teach Paperless, The EduBlogger, Languages Blog, Education Policy Blog, Edutopia Blogs, and my personal favorite, The Educator's PLN. Now let's watch an interview with Anthony on commenting.
The benefits of commenting on others' blogs, there's tons of them. For one thing, you get content from reading what they have to say, and obviously you comment on what they're having to say, but the best kind of gains from commenting is their response to your questions, because a lot of times you're reading something that's not necessarily an original idea, but inspires ideas of your own. And whenever you can ask them more in depth about the inspiration that you got, it just makes it so much more powerful. And then that's when you develop a connection, because it's not a dictation, it's a conversation. My favorite kind of commenting is whenever I comment on other teachers' blogs. And there's several of them that you can comment on just through your Twitter PLN. And you're getting perspective from the teachers that are already in the field, and the real problems, a lot of social issues that I like to follow that are in the classroom, like how they're connecting social issues, real world issues to their classroom. That's so interesting because it's making academic education so relevant to real life. When someone comments on my blog, a lot of times it's who and why and what they're saying. So if it's someone that I look up to, oh man, I feel like a superstar. It depends on the quality of the comment. I love comments that can develop into a conversation.
D. Diversify. Get out of your comfort zone.
Today's topic is how to break out of your comfort zone. One of the biggest differences between successful people and those that struggle is the presence of comfort zones. See, your comfort zone is that imaginary line that you have placed around the borders of your life. And this line is made up of limiting beliefs. Beliefs like, I can't, it's too hard, that's impossible, or it'll never happen for me. Your life with these thoughts is like driving a car with the emergency brake on. It makes moving forward much harder than it needs to be. In other words, your comfort zone is dragging you down, but you can take action to reverse your direction. One of the best ways to break free is to change your daily routine. You can have a more fulfilling and successful life if you're willing to change your patterns and then let go of those breaks. This has been your Motivational Minute. I'm Elle Swan. Make it a vibrant day.
E. Use technology to enhance your curriculum.
Ooh, how can the internet be used to enhance your curriculum? Oh, enormously. I mean, everything, just about, is now online. All information is in all places at all times. Think about that. And one of the things that we have in a curriculum is information, so people can look everything up. In addition, we can communicate with each other. We can communicate with Skype and see and talk to each other free instantly. I mean, that's all over the world. That's a fantastic sort of way to enrich your curriculum.
SAS Curriculum Pathways is a great way for instructors to improve and expand educational opportunities through free online curriculum resources in every discipline. It integrates content and technology into the classroom for absolutely free. It targets higher order educational thinking skills. It employs a learner-centered approach to teaching. It integrates various instructional strategies. It also incorporates formative as well as summative assessments, and it provides eco-friendly delivery and content. F. Follow people on Twitter.
Here we go. Why Twitter? Well, imagine sitting around in a large room in which everyone in the room is an educator, and you're all busy reading articles, surfing for resources, blogging, and so on. And when you find something of interest, you stand up and shout it, just read this great article about web filters, or found this cool site for third graders. Then someone else stands up to say, perfect, I can use this article, or wonderful, can't wait till I share this with my teachers. That's Twitter. The conversations that go on make up what's called the Twitter stream, the stream of conversation. It's my personal professional development. I've learned more from my Twitter friends than I have in a lot of grad courses I've taken. Quick story. I wanted to connect my social studies teacher with one in Vietnam. I put it out on Twitter. 30 minutes later, I had my connection. Incredible. Here's a Twitter tip. Use TweetDeck. You will love it.
Teachers should follow other educators because it is the easiest, fastest way to see what else is out there in the world. Like, see what other regional cultures are doing in their classrooms that you can incorporate it. It's the best way to become a groundbreaking teacher because the ideas that you get from teachers who aren't practicing in your area is invaluable because then you can spread what they're doing into your school system. You can search really great teachers to follow by just Googling first-year teachers Twitter, or you can get on Twitter and search, or you just look at people's retweets and see who they're retweeting from. That's the most valuable way for me because then it's like a filter search. Like if Chamberlain retweets someone, that person's probably valuable.
G is for Google Apps. Google Apps saves schools money and helps students learn 21st century skills.
Imagine using a free e-learning tool that protects students' privacy and is created by the most respected and largest internet company. A tool that can save a school board or district hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Google Apps is available for free to educational institutions, including secondary schools. The educational version of Google Apps has no ads, and it can be customized to look like the school's webpage. Google Apps was voted the #1 product by PC Magazine for 2007. They said Google Apps allows users to create documents like Microsoft Word, spreadsheets like Microsoft Excel, and even presentations, and it's an alternative to Microsoft Office. Combine it with Gmail, Google Talk, and Google Calendar, and nearly all of your basic productivity programs are available online. How does Google Apps help students? The software is exactly the same whether the student is at home or at school, and it runs on every platform, including Macs. Nothing is ever lost. Files are automatically saved every minute. No need to print. Documents or assignments can easily be shared with teachers online. Students learn how to use the same software tools which are used in business and university. These technical skills will help them compete in the global economy. How does Google Apps help teachers? Can keep track of what assignments their students are working on while they're working on them. They can share their class calendar with due dates and class activities with both students and parents. It's easy to check assignments for plagiarism. It's easier to share student evaluation with both students and parents using online marks and comments.
H is for HTML. Why should we use HTML as teachers? Well, for one, you can enhance your blog posts. You can also add images and texts to your web pages. HTML is rather simple. Everything just goes in between these brackets, like the tag name. You can also make things bold by putting the letter B in between the brackets with a stop backslash for the last one to end the bold. And you can also replace I for the B for italics instead. You can also add images to your web pages using the following tag modifier. I is for instructional videos.
So I've been asked what's the benefit of instructional videos, and the main benefit for those videos is that you don't have to explain the same thing 140 times, or if you've got a student of 30 kids, you can explain it once to them, and then you can give them the link to the video just in case they missed it or they were zoning out. Well, they have that link, which tells them the prompt of whatever you want them to explore, research, or how you want them to explore and research, or what you want them to produce. So that's the benefit of instructional videos. And another tweak to that is whenever you're responding, whenever you're commenting on blogs, or whenever you're tweeting something, you can make a video that people can see, so it becomes more of a personal, it's not just text, it's an image with the text. And it makes the students feel just that much more connected if you're not actually there with them. So.
J. Join Delicious. Social bookmarking made easy.
Join Delicious. If you haven't joined Delicious yet, be sure you join Delicious. Number one, Delicious is a social bookmarking process, but it doesn't have to be social. It is a way in which you can bookmark anything on the web and find it from any computer on the web. It's sort of like your own filing system. Here's an example. So I'm watching Twitter, and people are giving me all these suggestions of things to look at on the web. I look at them. Some of them I just say, okay, that's it. Not going to bother with it. Some of them I think, oh, I want to read those later. Don't have time to do it now. So what I will do is I'll go to Delicious and I will put a tag on it. It may be EDM 310. It may be Burp Back Education. It may be must for something that I want to do immediately. But it's a filing system. Later, I can go into Delicious and I can say, okay, let me look at all the things that I put into must and let me read them and get them processed. Let me look at EDM 310, turn them into blog assignments. I can also say to students, oh, you want to be a teacher in the field of history? Look at my collection that I've put into Delicious on history. So you can go into, from any computer in the world, my Delicious file, and you can see what I put into my history file. And that can make it very useful. And do I like it? I love it. I don't think that I could use the web, and Twitter especially, without having access to Delicious.
K is for Kerpoof. What exactly is Kerpoof? Well, Kerpoof is an online resource that teachers can use to help their students with spelling. It's a very interesting tool. Kids can do the same things they do in the classroom, just in an interactive and fun way, like make a movie with their own characters in it. They can also make a card for their mom for Mother's Day, or draw their own picture. This concludes part 1 of our video. Please proceed part 2 to finish the alphabet. Thank you.